Alright guys, unfortunately I don't have a before for you on this, but came in, took out the garage door, framed him in a new French door, and then we got the tongue and groove lap siding going around. He's gonna have to caulk it. And then he had swirls in here, plaster swirls, and there was a bunch. It's too bad I didn't get it before. There was a big section was missing right here, but we got it all nice and done up with knockdown. Made it look real pretty for him. It's got a nice texture. Got the ceilings. He's in here painting it now. We got a smooth wall here. This is going to get chalkboard paint on it, and this is going to be his bar room. This will be his man cave. And so he'll have chalkboard paint on this whole wall, and then he's going to have his menu, 50-cent beers and dollar shots and hot dogs and all that other stuff. And eventually we're going to take and we're going to put another wall right here. We didn't do it right now, but we're going to close all this area off. This was not done. We stopped the... So there's what it used to have on it. Those plaster swirls like that. And then we got rid of all those and put up the nice little knockdown texture for him all the way around. And then here's his bar, and he spent $500 on epoxy and ruined it. This is what happened to his epoxy. It's still not hard. See, I don't know what he did wrong, but he definitely did something wrong with it. So after he's seen our work, he decided that he would rather have us do the epoxy for him. So he's going to take off this top, remove it, and he's going to put down a new top. And then in 2 weeks we're going to come back, we're going to paint the top, give it a base color, probably black. Could be white, we're not sure. This guy's a Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan. So one side of the wall is going to be the Tampa Bay gray, and the other side is going to be the Tampa Bay pewter, or well, it'll be this color right here, and then gray on the other wall. So once he puts down the new top, we're going to come back, we're going to mix up 3 gallons of epoxy, and we're going to do 2 colors. We'll do this maroon, and then the other color will be a gray. And as we mix it, we're going to spiral our stuff so it'll go down like so with the gray, and then we'll come back with the maroon and go the opposite way, and then we'll chop it all in, make it look really cool. This is the focal point of the room, so he wants this to be really cool. So we're going to try and fix it up for him, make it look really nice, and then once it's all done, I'll definitely shoot you guys a video of this so you get to see this, because this is what we started with. And when we get done, you're going to be really impressed, because it's going to look awesome. So it'll look just as good as the room did. The room came out just beautiful. They are extremely happy. Everything looks good. The door came out nice. Looks real good. So there you go, guys. Little Hollywood drywall, fixing it up, making it look sweet. Peace. Alright, so we're back. This is where we took the garage door down, installed the French doors. He's got his primer coat of paint on, tongue and groove wood that we put in for him, and he's painted the inside. So there's his gray, there's his red. 3 giant TVs. Got the line drawn right there for the Tampa Bay Bucks. Line drawn right there. It's not real straight, but he does have the line drawn. Let me just show you this texture, guys. Look at how that stuff just pops with that sunlight. Jackie Solis, this is what you're getting ready to get, girl. Look at that. It just looks so good. It pops. The sunlight hits it. It almost looks like it's 2 colors. How it gets down in that texture, it gets a little bit darker. But all those nice little flat spots there, they kind of shine. So that's what we got. And here's what we're doing today. You guys seen in the last video this, the bar top, it was totally screwed. So basically the entire bar top has been removed and replaced. This is brand new plywood. Gage has just gone around and fixed all of his screws because his screws were hanging out. So we're gonna go ahead and touch up the screws. A little bit of this because we don't want you to be able to see the screws through the epoxy. That one's hanging just a touch too. And then after we get that all done, Gage and I are going around right now. We're putting this stuff on. So you got the one there, and then it's gonna go on like that there. So that's going all the way around the bar. Then we're gonna go ahead and mix up some epoxy. This is what we got here. That's gonna be the red. And then we got a pewter gray. We'll mix those up. We'll pour that down in the inside of here. We're gonna probably do it a half and half, maybe with a little intertwined mix going through it. But we're gonna get this thing fixed up looking nice for him. So give us a little bit here. We'll get this thing framed in and we'll get our epoxy mixed and we'll get it poured and we'll give you a shot of it after we get it poured. Alright guys, quick little update here. The bar top is ready for pour. So you can see we've got everything put on there. Everything is caulked. So all these little things here, that's where two pieces of the plywood come together. You can't have any openings here. The epoxy will go right through it. So this edge is all caulked. Up here is caulked, all the way across here is caulked, up here. So yeah, the entire thing has been caulked. All the way through. So, and there you get to see how big this bad boy is. So it's already looking like 100 times better. The homeowner just came in a few minutes ago and he's ecstatic. But like I said, if you go to the video of this house, from when we took out the garage door and all that stuff, the bar, it was a nightmare. It looked horrible. I mean, he spent $600 on epoxy and kind of ruined the thing. So, but we got everything put back together for him now. There's going to be some trim that's going to be going on here, help to cover up these screws here. Got it going around this side too. He's put the trim down here. I just showed him a trick on how to make his trim look a little bit better because he's putting the trim up over in here. And he's got these giant gaps. So that's not what it looks like when we do the trim, but he may end up hiring us to do that too. So anyway, we got the epoxy sitting here. So we got the 2-gallon kit, and then in here we've got another 1-gallon kit. So we're gonna go ahead and mix up, I think for starters, we're going to mix a total of a half a gallon. We're going to mix a 1/4 gallon of the 1/4 gallon of the pewter gray, and a 1/4 gallon of, this was custom made, and I asked them to make maroon, and when it got here, this is what it said, Anastasia. So I don't know if that's from China and Anastasia means maroon, but that's the color. It's got a lot of metal fleck in it. You can't see it so much in the powder, but when we mix this stuff up, you'll get a better chance to see it. But yeah, we're gonna mix this stuff up here. Add this to the epoxy. So there's the gray powder. You see it just misting out of there. That's how there's little fine particles of flake in there. Yeah, there you go. Look at that. Look at this stuff. It's gonna look so cool. All right, give us 30 minutes to get our mix done, and we'll shoot you another video so you get to see how it's done. This won't be done after we do the pour. We're gonna do the pour. We're gonna let it set up overnight, 24 hours. We're gonna come back tomorrow, and we're gonna go ahead and sand the whole thing and get it nice and smooth. And it'll look terrible actually, because it's gonna dull it up really bad. But then we'll come back and we'll hit it again with another coat of epoxy with no color. It'll just be a clear coat of epoxy, And as soon as the clear coat hits the epoxy, it will bring the epoxy right back to life, and it'll have these beautiful, beautiful colors and shimmers. And I mean, wait till you see this stuff, guys. It's gonna look really cool. And I really do like doing this stuff. We can do countertops, we can do floors. There's a lot of stuff we can do with this, man. Build tables, build bars. But yeah, give me 30 minutes. I'll shoot you another video. You get to see what it looks like. All right, we got everything mixed up. We got our gray, and we got our cranberry, and we're getting ready to do the first pour. So, I'm going to start with the gray, and I'm going to start down here. Make sure you got none of your loose, you don't want any bristles in your work. Ooh. Well, here it is, guys. Tried to tell you, Jackie, this is the kind of counters you need in your house. Pick whatever color you want. We're just taking out the air bubbles here. And I'm sure you're getting some very cool looking close-ups of how this stuff looks. Like I said earlier, this is not done. This will all get done up again tomorrow with some clear over it. And we'll sand this thing down in the morning. There will be little imperfections in it. We're hoping to keep the dust and everything out of it overnight.
Oh, yes.
How you doing, man?
Not too bad.
So there you go, Jackie. Turn me loose in your house, you get a Hollywood house, you'll love it.
Keep on going out.
We got everything poured. So I'm gonna have Gage walk along with the light. So you guys kind of get a, I know it's not showing up real good on the camera, but I mean, once he gets that light down there, look at this stuff, guys. Got little veins down in here, the gray going through the red going through the gray. It came out beautiful. I mean, we couldn't be happier. Yeah, it came out really good. Really happy with it. We're gonna go ahead and call it a day for today, and we'll come back tomorrow and we will sand this thing down, clear coat it, and sand that down and buff it. I mean, it's gonna look beautiful. So there you go, Jackie. If you want some nice new countertops, and we can do a lot of different stuff with this. We used paint brushes on this one. There's so many techniques that can be used, it's not even funny. But we can make this stuff look like marble, we can make it look like quartz, we can make it look like any of the stuff that you're paying thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars for. And 9 times out of 10 we can do it for half the price of what you're gonna pay for your marble or quartz tops. So plus we can give you marble that's purple, and marble doesn't come in purple. So I'm not saying everybody wants purple countertops, I'm just saying we can do stuff with this epoxy that Mother Nature doesn't do. So there you go. We'll give it a shot tomorrow after we get in here and get it sanded down, and give you a shot of what it looks like when it's all done.